Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, and give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash, double understanding apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. And blessings to all you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth and all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that fellow servant Kanakala, coming to you once again from GMS Tampa Bay 12. Yahweh Shai, the Holy One, I'm profitable servant, St. Petersburg, Florida. I'd like to thank Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for putting a spirit on me to do another lesson. Now, before I begin this lesson, I would like to let you know that I am outside, so if you hear talking, people walking by, or cars driving by, please excuse, the noise. But I'm just gonna get right into it. This is gonna be a quick lesson here. I'm just gonna have a few videos playing, and I'm gonna bring out some precepts. Pretty much, America is getting ready to turn into a police state, man. All right, it already is, but as far as the mass surveillance, curfews, martial law, and I found some very edifying videos, to show you that, and I'm going to bring out some precepts, and then I'm going to close it out. Without further ado, I'm just go ahead and let the video play.
With so many patterns, colors, and sizes to choose from, you'll want a shag rug in every room. Pile height measures thickness and...
The tracking of Americans and invading their privacy, and really just tracking people everywhere they go without them really knowing that this is happening, is a scary thought. Some argue this is happening right now, regardless of what the headlines want to say. Reminds me of the movie Eagle Eye, where they could tap into every camera everywhere and follow you literally everywhere. I find it interesting as well that of all cities, the big tech city of San Francisco just dropped a law banning this exact same thing. We were asking, why would they do that? It's a good move, a good measure, but do they see something coming? Well, here we go in no time with more information coming out that select cities that they're not naming are going to go ahead with this plan to incorporate this program, because this is what it all comes back to. It comes to certain programs that are used with these camera systems to track people. That's all it's needed. It just needs to be compatible. All the cameras at Walmart, they're compatible. All these ball cameras that you see up everywhere, they're compatible. And as I've talked about before in other videos, they run a program that watches everybody go in and out of the door, and it scans their faces, and it lets them know who's coming and going. And if there's somebody that's supposed to be banned from the store, they can catch them that way. Not to mention that every bit of that could be filtered or handed over to agencies.
Now remember that if it's someone that's supposed to be banned from a store, all right, they can kick them out, because that alert is going to pop up. And whatever store they're in, whether it be a Walmart, for example, is going to send them that alert. This is the spirit, because I was speaking on this at camp. Now, just remember that part, and I'm going to show you another video, all right? Just remember that.
That are just tracking everything. And Walmart doesn't even have to know it. There could be another body above them watching all this, and they're oblivious to it. That's how Eagle Eye worked, tapped into everything, and no one could stop it. So, wanted to make mention of this once again. They're talking about facial recognition, surveillance, and tracking in this country. Coming to a city near you. I'll leave a link below so you guys can read up on this. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for more. And also, check me out on DLive. A lot more exclusive.
On that. Now, the next video is the one that's edifying. This is China, right? Now I'm gonna let this play about 2 minutes and I'll say like 30 seconds in. All right, a very edifying video. And I remember Elder Apostle Tahar did a video, I believe it was last year or the year before last, where he says China may be the first to get the mark of the beast, or they may be the first ones, the leading nation in the RFID chip of the mark of the beast. Elder Apostle Tahar did a video on that last year or the year before. But watch how it is in China, man. All right, China's supposedly supposed to be that new global leader. All right, and what, like they say, what, everybody gonna be moving to China or whatever, But anyways, we know that's not gonna come to pass. But just watch this video and watch how China already got this thing. China's a straight police state in some areas, man, and that's coming here to America. Talking about video surveillance, constant going through your phone. You can have guards stop you and actually go through your phone, go through your text messages. All right, tell if you take a picture of something, they'll tell you to delete that photo out of your phone. So China, what they say, you can get searched a bunch of times a day. So I'm just let this video play.
到处都是监控，每天装甲车啊，一些坦克啊，在市区里面走来走去。
I may mention this too before I let the video play. The beginning is in a Moabite language, a Chinese language, so there's gonna be subtitles for about a couple seconds within it. Then it'll switch to English.
也没有具体的法律规定，没有它的一些尺寸。
Reporting in Xinjiang, in China's far northwest, feels like traveling in a war zone. So we're here in Urumqi, which is the capital of Xinjiang, in a market downtown. The security here is incredibly tight. There are armored cars on the streets, police stations on every corner, and tons of surveillance cameras. In the past year, police have stepped up security. The region is now under what's probably the most intense government surveillance in the world. Here, China is experimenting with futuristic spying technologies. For years, China has tried to suppress a separatist movement made up of Uyghurs, a local ethnic group. Authorities say the separatists are Islamic terrorists. We came to see what life looks like in a place where your every move can be monitored. To be in Xinjiang means being checked every day, multiple times a day. When you go to a market, when you drive a car, when you take a train, even your smartphone is checked. As reporters, we were stopped dozens of times by police in just a few days. Our interviews were interrupted. We were detained and chased out of town. Daily life can be exhausting even for people who approve of the security, like this wine shop owner we met.
非常麻烦，就会给人造成一种困扰。人一旦有了困扰，他就不愿意去干这个事。对，就像我喜欢逛街，但是我一去逛街就要查个身份证的话，有造成的困扰，我就不愿意上街了。
The surveillance.
See what he said? He said the police check my ID so much, I don't even want to go out shopping, man. All right. So hey, get ready for that to come to America. All right, you can't walk down the road without somebody pulling you over. You know how in America over here, you have all those compilations of those videos of people refusing the police to check ID. Am I being detained? Am I free to go? That stuff, so-called using their rights. Well, there's gonna come a time where when they're gonna do false flags where they're gonna say use the scare of terrorism is all over America, to the point where all that rights and all that shit is gonna be out the window. It's gonna be like a straight dictator, all right? Communist, man, all right? It's gonna be a police state over America, man, all right? So all those laws and stuff you have, all that shit is gonna disappear, all right?
Apparatus falls hardest on Uyghurs. Farhat Imin sells pomegranate juice in the streets of Urumqi. He used to sell Islamic items, but after ethnic riots in 2009, the police forced him to close his shop. Imin has had run-ins with authorities since. He was once sent to jail for buying hashish. Now, he says every time he goes through a checkpoint, his ID sets off an alarm.
That's the point. He said every time he goes through a checkpoint, his ID sets off an alarm, man. So you marked, all right? This man is marked.
Imin says authorities are targeting him because he's Uyghur. The government didn't respond to requests for comment.
He told him, I keep telling them, just shoot me. I can't live like this. Because every time he goes out, He's being surveillanced. His ID, all right, sets off certain alerts to different areas he go to. All right. So this is what's going to take place, man. He told them he rather them just shoot him because everywhere he goes, his identity just gives off an alert, man. All right.
Chinese rulers have been trying to control Xinjiang for roughly 2,000 years.
That's pretty much it on this video. It's a good video to watch. Go look it up. Life Inside China's Total Surveillance State. All right. And that was posted 2017. All right. So that's a good video. Very edifying video on how, the police state is going to be. And all these cameras everywhere. All right. So with that, I'm going to close out. I'm going to get a precept and I'm going to branch off here. This is Jeremiah 5 verse 1. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if you can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. All right. So he will pardon. He will spare it. He will spare it. All right. See if any man, hey, going back to like righteous Lot, man. All right. It says, and though they say the Lord liveth, surely they will swear falsely. O Lord, are not thy eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken me, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. All right. So our people refuse to return to the Lord, man. All right. They won't receive correction. There is no fear of the Most High within them. It says, therefore I said, surely these are poor, they are foolish, for they know not the way of the Lord, nor the judgment of their God. And they don't. Okay. Verse 5, I will get me unto great men, and I will speak unto them, for they have known the way of the Lord and the judgment of their God. So that's talking about, Lord willing, us brothers, man, is pushing this truth. May we be of the hopeful elect. All right. We are those great men. All right. Those men of renown. All right. Those giants. Okay. In the judgment of their God. But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds. And we have, man. We have broken that yoke and burst the bonds. We're not in captivity. It says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. Okay. And a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. All right. That's martial law. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased. All right. That's martial law, man. All right. Get ready for video or surveillance. Your rights to be taken away from you. America will be like China, man, over here, man. Straight video surveillance police state. And all right. And this stuff is already, taking place. It's just waiting for it to be fully implemented and to fully be pushed, man, among the people, this new policy. All right. That's where you get the word police. Go back to the Latin policy, policia. All right. And this policy is going to be enforced. All right. Get used to, you taking pictures and Snapchatting and all that shit, man. It's going to be done away with. All right. You're invading of privacy. Okay. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kadash, double honor to all the apostles, great millstone, taught me his truth, and blessing all you sincere labors out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.